It all started on a lazy Sunday afternoon. I was lying on the sofa, my eyes drowsily glued to the TV screen. The show, Unrivaled DIY Tips, was airing, and suddenly, like a divine light flashed in my head. Why not make a DIY miniature realistic board Krispy Kreme shop house? In my head, the image of a tiny, sparkling and colorful Krispy Kreme store appeared clearly. I'm confident that this will be as easy as assembling a sandwich. I also imagined that I would be a talented artist, creating a mini masterpiece that would make everyone admire. But then, reality soon gave me a slap in the face. To start, I need ingredients. So I decided to go to the craft store. I thought this would be as simple as going to the supermarket to buy vegetables, but no, it was like a journey to find treasure. When I entered the store, I was overwhelmed by thousands of types of glue, paper, wood, paint, and things I never thought existed. Shelves filled with various tools and ingredients stretched before my eyes like an endless maze. I didn't know where to start, so I decided to ask a consultant. Can you help me find the necessary materials to make a miniature house? I asked with hope in my voice. The employee, who seemed used to strange requests, looked at me skeptically and led me through a series of long shelves. On the way, he showed me each special type of glue, each with a different use. This glue is specifically for gluing wood, the other glue is better for gluing plastic, he explains. I nodded like I understood, but actually my head was a mess. Then we went to the paper and cardboard section. I didn't expect there to be so many types of paper with all different colors and patterns. The employee helped me choose some types of background paper and thick cardboard, explaining that they would create stability for the miniature house structure. Next is the wood and decorative accessories area. Here, I was introduced to a series of tiny wooden sticks like ice cream cones, and even pieces of wood that were pre-cut to different sizes. My eyes lit up when I saw small accessories such as mini electric lights, doors, and even tiny chairs. All are perfect for my project. Not only that, we also went through the paint and color area. I learned that there are many types of paint: water-based paint, oil paint, acrylic paint. Each type has different durability and effects. I chose the brightest colors, hoping to make my Krispy Kreme store look vibrant. Finally, after 2 hours of searching, I had everything I needed. My shopping cart is full of beautiful little things, from glue, paper, wood, paint to decorative accessories. I felt like Indiana Jones had just found the holy trophy. But that excitement didn't last long when I realized that there was still a long road ahead with many challenges awaiting. Returning home, I started work with full enthusiasm. I arranged all the ingredients and tools on my work table, getting ready for the challenging DIY journey. First, I started with cutting the wood and assembling the frame. In my head, everything seemed to go so smoothly, like making a burger, just cutting, assembling, and gluing together. I carefully measured the pieces of wood, took a pencil to mark each section, and then used a small saw to cut it to the right size. But life is not a dream. After just a few passes of sawing, I realized that I had cut the wrong size. The pieces of wood don't match each other, making the frame look more like an abstract work than a Krispy Kreme house. Not wanting to give up, I decided to fix it by using glue to reattach the wood pieces. However, glue quickly became my enemy. Not only did it stick to the pieces of wood, but it also spilled everywhere: my desk, my hands, and even my favorite t-shirt. Looking at my work, with its patchy glue stains, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. There were times when I thought I was participating in a glue-making contest, not a miniature house building. After a moment of awkwardness, I regained my composure and decided to start over. I am more careful in measuring and cutting wood. This time, I used a ruler and pencil to make sure everything was millimeter accurate. I focused like a surgeon, each cut filled with care and meticulousness. Finally, after much trial and error, I completed the house frame. The pieces of wood fit together perfectly, creating a sturdy and beautiful house frame. I breathed a sigh of relief, looking at my achievements with pride. Even though I had to go through many difficulties and challenges, I realized that it was the mistakes that helped me learn to be more patient and careful in every step of my work. But that's just the beginning. I still have many other steps ahead, from painting, decorating to creating tiny details. I know that this journey will not be easy, but with patience and determination, I will overcome everything to make my DIY dream come true. Once the house frame is complete, I move on to the painting and decorating phase. I wanted my Krispy Kreme store to look vibrant, so I chose the brightest colors: red, green, yellow, and white. Each color has its own unique characteristics, hoping to create a brilliant and attractive mini store. When I started painting, I felt like a real artist. Holding the brush, I gently applied each layer of paint onto the wooden frame, trying to create the most delicate lines. But life is not a dream. While I was too focused on painting, I accidentally spilled the whole box of red paint on the desk. As a result, not only my miniature house, but also my desk became a colorful work of art. Red paint was spilled everywhere, making the desk look like the scene of a colorful murder. I tried to clean it, but the paint had stuck tightly, creating red streaks, like an abstract painting. Next comes the decoration. This is the part I'm most excited about, but also the most challenging. I had to create tiny donuts, booths, signs, and even small details like lights and chairs. Each tiny donut requires meticulousness down to every millimeter. I used colored clay to shape each cake, then used brushes to create sweet borders and glaze. But things don't always go smoothly. I have to use small clips to hold and decorate the tiny donuts, but sometimes my hands shake so much that the donuts fly to the floor. Every time, I have to stop and bend down to look for the tiny cake in the messy pile. One time, I accidentally stepped on a donut, and it turned into a flat lump of clay under my feet. Sometimes I feel like I'm working in a chaotic bakery. Not only donuts, making other small details also requires patience and dexterity. I use toothpicks, small wires, and colored paper to make sparkling hanging lights. I tried to create very detailed stalls and signs, from the tiny letters on the signs to the mini chairs painted in bright colors. At times, I felt like I was working for a miniature toy company, with tons of small details to perfect. After many tiring but exciting hours of work, my miniature Krispy Kreme store began to take shape. Cute little donuts lie on the counter, the Krispy Kreme sign sparkles under many lights, and the store space is filled with cheerful colors. Despite many difficulties and challenges, I feel proud of my achievements. Every small detail carries effort and passion, turning the miniature store into a lively and interesting work of art. During my work, I constantly encountered unexpected challenges. One time, I was gluing small details when suddenly the power went out, forcing me to work in the dark. Another time, my cat jumped on the table and dropped everything on the ground. At those times, I just sighed and told myself, "It's okay, just keep going." After many hard and emotional days, I finally completed my DIY miniature realistic board Krispy Kreme shop house. When I look at the results, I feel like I'm looking at a miracle. This tiny house is not simply a handmade product, but also a testament to patience, passion, and hours of hard work. When placing the miniature house on the table, the tiny lights inside immediately emit a warm glow, highlighting the colorful donuts arranged on the counter. These lights not only brighten the space, but also create beautiful shimmering effects, making the miniature house look like a bright spot of light in a dark space. Looking at the meticulous details, from the tiny donuts with their shiny glaze, to the carefully drawn Krispy Kreme sign with clear letters, I can't help but feel proud. Small details such as miniature chairs and exquisitely decorated counters create a complete picture, complete in both form and emotion. I feel like I've created a miniature world where everything is perfect and alive. I smiled, feeling a surge of joy as I remembered the challenging journey to achieve this result. From the awkward moments of cutting wood to the wrong size, to unexpected paint spills, to decorating with every tiny detail, every step is part of a long story full of challenges but also extremely interesting. What a challenging journey, but also a memorable one, I told myself, and felt pride spread through my heart. The Krispy Kreme miniature house is more than just a craft. It is the result of the creativity, patience, and passion I have put into this project. When looking at the results, I see that every difficulty and every challenge has contributed to making this achievement more sweet and worthy of respect. Looking at the completed miniature house, I felt a sense of completion and satisfaction. Every tiny detail is a testament to the effort and love I've put into it. And in that moment, I knew that all the effort was worth it, because I had perfectly made my dream come true. As I sat looking at my work, I realized that making a DIY home is not just a craft project, but also a journey of learning and self-discovery. Difficulties and challenges have helped me become more patient and meticulous. And now, when I look back, I see that I learned a lot from my mistakes and small successes. I feel proud of myself and ready for the next DIY projects. Who knows, maybe next time I'll make a miniature Starbucks house or a tiny pizza shop. Life is always full of surprises, and I will continue to discover these interesting things. Creating a DIY miniature realistic board Krispy Kreme shop is not just a simple craft project, but also an emotional and challenging journey. Difficulties and mistakes do not discourage me, but on the contrary, help me become more patient and meticulous. And in the end, the sweet result proved that all the effort was worth it. I hope this story will bring you moments of relaxation and inspiration to start your own DIY projects.